Hello, and welcome to Fusion Research. Today we're going to have a look at how you set up a Summit Music server in a Control4 system using the driver created in January of 2017. For the purpose of this video, we're going to assume that you've already set up your Summit music server with the Setup Wizard. That's available at fusionrd.com. One part of this wizard we'd like to pay special attention to is the Integration tab and the Custom Home menu. This is where you're going to take each zone in the Control4 system and tell it what attributes you actually want to show up within that zone. That could be things like artists, albums, genres for music, local music. For streaming services, things like Spotify, you could do one or even two additions if you have Spotify Family. And of course, if you do things like internet radio, you can add it in here as well. Now let's go to Composer. Please note that the driver is available on our website currently, but as soon as it's certified, it'll be available natively within Composer. So we're going to search for Fusion, and we're going to download the Ovation network driver first in this suite of drivers we have. So we're going to go to the network, and this is where we're going to set things like the static IP that you've already set for the Fusion piece. So we're going to put the static IP in. We're also going to be able to tell the system how many sources we have. In this case, let's say it's a duet, which is 2 sources. So the next step would be downloading the Ovation player driver. We're going to do one and then a second one for two sources. They'll automatically be added in, and you can name them whatever you desire. Now we're going to go into room control. And we're going to take our 2 players, and we're going to take each endpoint, and we're going to assign them the correct audio selection. So in this case, we'll take one to a theater, and we'll go to player 2, and we'll put them in the living room. So we've assigned both of those. Now we're going to go back to system design. We're going to change the second driver to the physical second output. We're going to do this using the player selection drop-down menu. Next, we're going to go to the network driver, and we're going to select the Action tab. We're going to click the Auto Hide Player Driver in Other Rooms button. Very simple. The final steps are adding the mini drivers. In this case, if you remember, we had 2 Spotify accounts, so we're going to add 2 instances of Spotify mini drivers. As we add each one of these drivers, we're going to make sure that the identity is correct. In this case, we've got an A and a B drop down for the 2 Spotify services. That's it. You're basically done. Remember, this driver's been designed to mimic the old Control4 driver that you were so familiar with Sonos. So hopefully this brings some familiarity and ease of use. However, should you need some help, we have full instructions under the Documentation tab, so make sure you take advantage of that should you need it. As we refresh the project and go into the control panel to give you a look, I want to remind everybody that this is much more than just favorites. This is a full-blown driver that will give you access to all parts of the different streaming apps, whether they be Spotify, Pandora, TuneIn, Sirius coming soon, etc. We've worked very hard with the Control4 engineers to mimic that Sonos driver to make it easy for you. Hopefully you'll get a great experience out of this, and if you have any questions on this at all, again, as a reminder, please visit us at fusionrd.com. We thank you for your time.